15 before the hour, shocking report exposing big problems at the TSA. Undercover agents posing as passengers smuggling mock explosives past airport security time and time again. They got through 96% of the time. Now, the head of the TSA, Melvin Caraway, has been, quote, reassigned. Well, the chairman of the the House Oversight Committee, Jason Chaffetz, is with me now, and good morning to you. And thanks for coming back here. How do you explain this number? I mean, why is this happening?
You don't. I mean, this is an agency by the tens of thousands has added personnel, but I don't think they're doing what they should be doing. What they should be doing is behavioral profiling. They should be screening for going through a metal detector, and then they should be implementing the dogs. It's time to bring in the dogs. The military, trying to find improvised explosive devices in Afghanistan and Iraq, found through an organization called JIDO, the Joint Improvised Explosive Device Defeat Organization. The general came out and said the single best way to find an explosive device is a dog. Instead, what we're doing at the airports is a lot of security theater. What we need are things that can actually find explosives, and dogs are the best way to do that.
Listen to these red teams. They're investigators that work for Homeland Security. Let's hope they are not better than terrorists. This is what Jay Johnson said, head of Homeland Security, on Friday of last week about airport screening.
In fiscal year 2014 alone, we screened some 16.4 million passengers through pre-clearance and denied boarding to some 10,000 individuals, including a number who were in the terrorist screening database.
I mean, right now, in light of this report, sir, that just looks like numbers that he was spouting off. Now, he says several changes have been made already. Is that the case?
Well, I don't see it. I mean, we've been barking about this for literally for years, and I don't see it getting better. Those metrics are getting worse, and I worry about it because 99% of Americans are going to do it the right way, the legal, lawful way, but we're trying to find those people who have nefarious intent and weed them out. And when we test it, 96%, I mean, my goodness, I can't get any worse than that.
Well, you could go to 100, but I don't think you want to go there either, and let's hope it doesn't go there. Now, there is a two-day hearing that you're going to chair starting later today, and it continues tomorrow. This has to do with what's called a FOIA request, Freedom of Information Act. The heart of this request goes to the transparency of government with the American people, with reporters and journalists who are pursuing certain stories. What are you finding under this administration when it comes to those FOIA requests?
Well, the censorship that we're getting from the Obama administration is at a record high. In fact, under the Obama administration, the number of denials, the number of backlog, if you will, is more than doubled. There were some 550,000 times that the administration used an exemption to say we can't give you that information. So we have people coming today from the New York Times, from Newsweek, from Judicial Watch, from a lot of these good groups, the ACLU, in a very bipartisan way, a broad array of concerned citizens and the national media who have said the Freedom of Information Act, which is the way that the public can access government records, it's not working. It's not working for anybody. And yet this is President Obama who said he was going to be the most transparent administration in the history of administrations. And he issued an order from the Department of Justice on his first day in office, and it's gotten worse, not better.
Well, I'm reading about delays that take months, and some of these delays last for years. Now, what's going on there? Why would that be?
Well, I think it's obstruction. I think that is censorship. Even the Associated Press said that the censorship under the Obama administration is at record high. It's not a quote, but a paraphrase of what's going on. We have Cheryl Atkinson, who's going to come in from CBS News, who's going to come and talk about this. Terry Anderson, a former hostage in Beirut trying to get information, he's going to come in and talk. And hopefully it's going to loosen it up because we're going to have some reform. There have to be consequences to an administration that holds back information from the public. We as a nation, we're open and transparent. That's who we are as a country. But that's not what's happening in this administration, and it's got to change.
Well, day two tomorrow, you're going to bring the heads of government who are responsible for getting these requests managed, and we'll see what they have to say then. House Oversight Chairman there. Jason Chaffetz, Republican from Utah. Thanks for coming back. We'll see what answers you get today. Thank you very much.
Bill.
You bet. Martha.